Hey everyone, welcome to episode 7 of AquaLab. Since the last episode, I've just finished making a little bit more of the molten titanium here. What I'm going to try to attempt is exporting this into the ingot caster with a few fluid ducts real quick. So basically all I've done was gone outside and picked up some more pearls, so we should be able to make a little bit more neoprene. I went ahead and converted some of that heat resistant glass into some more of the empty bottles. I have 10 bottles of natural gas ready to go to make some more neoprene. So let's see how much of this I can actually make. Let's open up our agriculture bag here. Grab some of these other pearls that I have a plentiful amount of. White, yellow. Yeah, I think yellow could be one we could use. Yellow, red. Let's do that. Put yellow there, maybe orange. I guess it really doesn't matter, I'm just trying to use them up. There we go. So there's 10 pieces of neoprene so far. And we should be able to go ahead and craft up the wetsuit. There we go. Now if I'm not mistaken, the wetsuit does have something seriously increase your mining speed underwater. So I guess kind of like an aqua affinity effect. Next off, I do want to make the flippers. So we are going to need some ink sacs, 2 more pieces of neoprene, which we have, thankfully. And what is that? Might have to take a look at this. Flippers. Hard plastic. Alright, so we need limestone in natural gas. Alright, so we do need a decent amount of that. We'll get that set up in just a minute. First, let's get the titanium up and running. Let's put it like right here for now. I like how this place is just kind of all mishmashed together. I'm gonna have to clean this place up soon. It's getting kind of crazy down here. Alright, let's put you there. Now, what are you going to export first? It doesn't really matter either way. Alright, so that's going to basically fill this up. Alright, perfect. It's doing the titanium first. Alright, so that's going to harden up. Just right click with that and should pop out everything that was in there. There we go. 4 titanium ingots. Nice. Alright, so I think those are done. And then this should just spread evenly to whatever's left. There we go. So there's our 10 pieces of titanium. And this should finish, what is this, the impure? I think that was the impure titanium. Yep, there we go. So basically it gives us what's left. And I'll be able to utilize that once I get a little bit more of the, what is it, magnesium? I believe it was. Ooh, there might not be enough left in this one. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up the rest of this. This is not forming, so pretty sure I don't need any more of that. Alright, that's fine. Alright, next off, let's go ahead and start working towards the hard plastic here. So, natural gas with limestone. Do I have any limestone on me? Yep, we have 32. I think what I could do is just pick up this guy, place him right there. That's filling up with natural gas. That dropped my frame rate quite a bit. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so we should start putting some limestone in here. So I'm just going to do, there's 4. Pretty sure that's how you do it. 4 will give us 1 hard plastic. We'll do another 4. And that should be enough to give us the 2... Oh, actually, hold on. We need 4. Yeah, whoops. Try that again. That should be enough to give us the 4 hard plastic we need for the flippers. Alright, so we're going to let that cook up. How long does that take again? 45 seconds. Alright, so this is going to be working for a minute. More than likely. Alright, let's pick this up. I need to clean things up a little bit. Let's put the cobblestone away. Let's put all these tanks away. I don't need all these on me at the moment. Hold on to that. The titanium I'm going to need in a minute. In fact, probably going to go ahead and start crafting with that right now. Alright, wetsuit we'll put over here. Just trying to get all this stuff organized properly. Because this inventory is a complete and utter mess. Alright, and let's put this in there and that there. Alright, perfect. Alright, so how much... Do we have any yet? Yeah, there we go. We have 1 hard plastic. Perfect. Alright, so we still need to get the air compressor going. which these are the 2 blocks we're going to need, the air compressor base and the air compressor top. So we should have everything needed to make this. We just need the iron wheels, so iron ingots and a slab. In fact, I'm just going to make like 2 sets of these. Not entirely sure if I'm going to need all of them, but at least I'll have them for later in case I do. So there we go. There's that. Titanium. I think I have everything to craft this guy. There's the air compressor base. Now we just need the air compressor top. So we're going to need titanium battery, which is a little bit of redstone. Iron ingot, which I'm going to need an extra one. And an extra one of those for a piston. Do I have any cobblestone? Yeah, we got a little bit. It emptied out my backpack. That's alright. And you weren't supposed to give me so much. Alright, let's quickly craft the piston first. Alright, so there's that. Titanium battery we should be able to just put together like so. And then we need the cooling component, which is 3 pieces of wood. And an iron ingot. Not too bad. There we go. And we should be able to go ahead and craft the last piece of this. What am I missing? Hold on, wait a minute. Piston, sheet of aluminum, and the cooling component, right? Yeah, there we go. See, I had everything. What's going on there? Alright, so how are you working? You only have 2 done. Alright then. Alright, so I have completely no idea how this air compressor works at all, so I'm going to do a little reading on this real quick. Air compressors are used to fill up your scuba tanks with oxygen. They convert RF into air, so you must supply them with power. You can do this directly or by right-clicking with a battery. They are made of 2 compressor tops on the top of 2 compressor base. Oh. Thankfully enough, I have enough titanium for another set of those. And built kind of like 2 double chests stacked on top of each other. Gotcha. Alright, so I'm also going to probably have to supply this guy with a little bit of power, so probably want to keep this guy a little close to my capacitor bank. Let's pick this up for now. Check our goodies. Nothing good. I did notice this, haste 2, but I do have a haste 3 book around. Did I get another one? Yep, there's 3 hard plastic. We're getting there. Alright, so I do need 1 more air compressor base. There we go. So we do have 2 titanium left. I think... I'm going to put it right there. Alright, so this should form a multi-block. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Alright, I am going to have to move this metallurgic infuser, unfortunately. That's alright, though. And we should still have some more of this conduit from Ender.io, which we'll promptly place right there. And this is going. It looks like. I think so. That is pretty cool. It looks like it's got a little progress bar or... I guess that maybe that's just a fill bar saying how much it actually has. Alright. Do I just right-click my scuba tank on here? Oops, nope. Shift right-click. Oh, wait, hold on. How do I do this? Because this thing's getting a little bit of something. Oh, maybe you think it's just filling it automatically? Hold on, let's read this real quick. Over time, they will produce air from the RF, and you can see an indicator of how much air is inside by the bar that shows up. Once there's enough air, you right-click the block with your scuba tank, and it will fill it up with air. They hold 2 tanks worth. Ah, alright, so I guess that's all I do is just... Ah, okay, I see, the bar's going down now. Alright, so I just continually right-click with this, and slowly but surely fills up the scuba tank. Oh, this is cool. I like this. This is awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and craft up these flippers now, which I'm pretty sure is just this, and the neoprene. And of course, I am wrong, so I am going to have to look this up. Oh, I forgot the ink sacs. My bad. Oh, I did put them in here, didn't I? Oh, they're right there. Let's see, and that goes right there. There we go. There's flippers. Nice. All right, I think I might need to make another armor stand. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and make another 2. There we go. That should suffice for now. In fact, I'm probably gonna start moving these armor stands up here, just because I think it would look better myself. So maybe like one there, one there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my armor that I'm currently wearing on that. And let's put the flippers, the wetsuit, the scuba mask, and the scuba tank on. Take a look at how we look. It doesn't look too bad. Kind of like the way the mechanism looks myself, but whoa. This thing hinders your movement on land. That is for sure. All right, how about water? Oh, wow. Like, I'm not even holding spacebar. It's not even, I'm not even descending. So, oh, you have to push shift to descend. Wow, look at that. All right, now, unfortunately, I can't see underwater as well as I was hoping. But I can move underwater pretty well, so this is, whoa. And I can ascend very quickly. Wow. I feel like a dolphin. Okay. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, man. Okay, let me take that off for a minute. Let's take a look at this one more time. Seriously, increase your mining speed. Provide you with oxygen as long as you have a mask. Alright, when used with scuba tanks that lets you breathe underwater, they can also make your vision clear underwater. So, I think, am I missing something with these? Mariculture. Let me take a look in my options real quick under controls. Mariculture. Activate flood, left control, or Y. So let me put these back on. Oh, I need air. I need air. I know the keys were bound, but sometimes they do work. So I'm going to go ahead and try to mess around with the controls for just a minute, see if I can get the scuba mask working a little bit better. I mean, I know I can get it to work on land by shift right clicking like this, turning on the land lights. That's the land lights. And then we can see underwater like that, which is really awesome. And I like that, but I wish I could see underwater like that normally. So I'm going to do a little messing around with these real quick, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys, and we're back. As you guys can see, I've done a little bit of cleaning up down here in the basement. Got sick of the clutter, so I went ahead and placed the filing cabinets and the barrels inside the wall here. I'm probably going to cover this up with some covers. I don't know if I have any on me. Pretty sure I got some in the chest over here. Let's see. I guess I don't, actually. I can make some up real quick. Also, I was just noticing before I started here a second ago that the flippers here, they do hinder your movement a little bit on land when you're walking forward, but not so much when you're walking backwards. So you can actually move around at normal speed walking backwards everywhere. Yeah. I'm probably not going to do that, but just pointing that out. Later on, I'll probably set these guys up with some pneumatic servos, but just to clean it up and make it look nice, I'm just going to do that for now. Place that there, put the diamond saw back. I also made a dolly, which was I used to move the barrels around. Pretty easy to make, just some iron here with some sort of like planks, any type of wood there in the middle. So we'll put this guy back in there for now. And let's go do some diving. So I moved all of the diving gear upstairs, as you guys will be able to see in just a second. Here it is. We got our diving suit, our mechanism, gas mask, and scuba tank, regular armor. And then right now we got our scuba gear on. So I'm gonna go jump in the water, and we're gonna make our way down into the depths of the oceanic abyss real quick. And I want to show you guys, because I didn't really give it too much of a chance. If you guys remember, when we came down here and dived before, we could not see right here. So there is a little bit of a clearer view with this scuba mask on down here. So if we take this off, you guys see how much darker it got? So yeah, definitely helps a little bit. So it's not as good as I thought it was, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I did see this too. There was diamond sitting here. So we're going to mine this real quick. Ooh, look at all that diamond. Thank you. Don't mind if I do's. How much did we get from that? We had 11 diamonds. Wow. Just from diving. See, diving can be fun. There's probably a lot more of it down here too somewhere. I would not doubt it one bit. Is that diamond? Who needs to go mining when you can just go diving? Go diving for diamonds. Oh wow, this is just awesome. Look more. Sweet. Anyway, so this is pretty cool. And it doesn't look like it uses up like a ton of it. And I'm also curious as to whether or not we could possibly enchant this set. I'm thinking we might be able to. Wait, what is this? Shale gas from Gascraft? I don't know if I really want to touch that right now. But anyways, we're going to head back up. I got some other stuff that I'm got planned for today as well. At least that I would like to attempt, so... Wait, hello. I see you. Got me another pearl oyster right there. Thank you, sir. I'll take that. Let's head up back to the surface real quick. I love how quickly we ascend from the depths like that. That is so cool. Come on, let me out. Thank you. Come on. All right, now, you know what I could do? I could put the pressure plates right there like that. In fact, what I could do real quick is craft up a few things. In fact, let's just get this out of the inventory of our clipboard. I'm trying to remember because I think if we take the sticks, put it there in the center, surround that, or is it the other way around? Ah, there we go. Carpenter's blocks. There we go. I'm going to make up some of those real quick. These are going to be very useful. I'm going to use these to make myself up some carpenter's pressure plates. And then if I run downstairs, I can actually grab some bamboo out of here. You know, let me actually... yeah, we'll do that in a second. Walking backwards is weird. Not used to it at all. But hey, we get around a little bit faster, so we'll put the carpenter's pressure plates there, and then we'll right-click them with bamboo to make them match the floor a little bit better. And then we should be able to stand on the one that we want, or in front of the one we want, and shift right-click. And that'll swap out our entire gear set for that. So same thing goes for here, or here. So it's pretty cool. It works for me. All right, so I got another pearl oyster I need to work with. I might not leave those there. I might do a little bit of moving around a little bit later on, but it was just something to kind of clean up the area a little bit for now. All right, let's put all this stuff away. Kind of clean up the inventory again. And I think this stuff I'll put in there. Diamonds. Oh my gosh, look at all the diamonds. Might as well just go ahead and make me a full diamond set. I got plenty of diamonds to do it. But I'll wait. All right, we'll put those in there. In fact, one of the things I would really like to work on right now is possibly making some mariculture rings. There's actually quite a few other types of jewelry that we can get through mariculture as well. We have the rings, bracelets, and I believe necklaces. So I think I'm going to try to go ahead and do all three of them. I think that would be pretty cool. Another thing that I would like to go ahead and make, seeing how I have enough titanium for it, is a advanced hyperkinetic upgrade, which is going to require 2 titanium ingots, a piece of ice. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Force freezing. Don't really know of any other way that I can get ice except through like silk touch. Wait, thermal expansion has glacial precipitator, doesn't it? Glacial. Glacial's precipitator. So we're going to need snow for that anyway. In fact, I don't even think I have any snow. So that might have to take a back seat for now, unfortunately. I'd really, really like to get that made, just to see how fast the advanced hyperkinetic upgrades work. But I might have to hold off on that. What I may do is see if I can find some seeds. There are some seeds from, I believe, witchery. They're called snowbell seeds. Let's see, do I have any? Cotton, barley. I don't think I do, but I believe there's some snowbell seeds. If you plant them, when you harvest them and they're mature, they'll drop snowballs as well as a few other things, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be pretty cool. I'll try to get those found soon, hopefully, and set up a few of those to maybe get us some snow. And then I'll get us a glacial precipitator made up soon. But first, let's go ahead and just work through a little bit of the mariculture jewelry. So let's go back to mariculture and see what we can craft up. Let's see. I know I want to try some sort of bracelet. So bracelet's going to require either string or golden silk. Golden silk is molten gold with string inside of a vat. So that's what we're going to try to... Oh, not again. I'm going to have to do something about that, I think. That's a little bit of an issue. Alright, do I have any gold? I got the glowstone dust. I don't have any gold. Yeah, I don't have any gold ore, so I'm going to go ahead and melt down a little bit of some gold ingots. This should melt in there. Alright, yep, there it goes. And that's just going to sit right there. I'm going to grab a vat, place this right here. That should export into the vat. There we go. Nice. And all I should have to do is place a few pieces of string in there, which for now, I'm just going to put 2. And then whatever's left, I'll just get rid of. I don't know how much gold it's going to take. I didn't actually count at all. I probably should have. Let's see. It says 4 ingots. Oh, actually, I did that right then. Maybe subconsciously I actually did that, and it should have auto-ejected in there. Perfect. Nice. All right. So now all I need to do is find some sort of pearls that I have 3 of the same color. And I think I'll go with... Might just actually go with gold. Alright, so we'll do that. Gold silk, and that'll make us unworked pearl bracelet. Gold pearl bracelet, that is. I'm also going to go ahead and grab 7 pieces of gold here. And 1 more pearl. We got a silver pearl, white pearl. I don't have many silver pearls, so I'm going to try out a silver one with a gold band, and that'll make us a unworked silver pearl ring. And then last but not least, a necklace. So what do we need for the necklace? We need golden thread, which is, ooh, polished stick. I can actually do that, but it's going to take me a minute to get it done, unfortunately. I think the golden thread is a little bit better than the one with just wool. I'm not sure if it states whether or not that's like what the benefits are in the book or not. A Sea Witch's Guide. Alright, so there's our basic mirror. We already crafted one of those. We also crafted a magic mirror. So jewelry. There are 3 types of jewelry: rings, bracelets, and necklaces. These all can be enchanted with various enchantments that are unique to the jewelry. You cannot enchant other items with these. Rings have the least durability and enchantability, while necklaces have more. Alright, so we definitely want to make a necklace. Also, the material that the ring is made of will determine its enchantability, durability, and as well as long it takes to make in the anvil. I don't know why I made that so much more difficult to read than what it was supposed to be. Oh, Lord. When it comes to durability, the material it's made of, most is what matters. For rings, this is the stuff like iron or gold, while for bracelets and necklaces is the pearls versus iron. Ah, okay. The other item, string, wool, jewels, has a modifier on the base durability of the items. The more precious, the better the modifier. Ah. Alright, and then a list of all the enchantments. That sounds actually pretty cool. Alright, so we're halfway there, kind of. We just need the bracelet. So, in order to do this, or not the bracelet, but the necklace, in order to, darn it, click on the right one. To get the golden thread, we're going to need 16 gold ingots. To melt down real quick in here. With 4 pieces of string. Alright, and that'll start working in there. Next off, we're going to want to melt down some fish. I'm going to use these guys just because I know they work and I have a plentiful amount of them, so that'll work. I think, do we just need 2 sticks? Keep clicking the wrong one. Yep, just 2 polished sticks. Alright, so grab 2 sticks out of here. Pretty sure that's how we need to craft them. Alright, a little bit of gold silk there. While that's working and finishing up, I'm actually going to head upstairs. We're going to do a little bit of work on our bracelet and ring. So we just put it on the blacksmith's anvil like that. Just start whacking at it with the hammer. And eventually, after enough hits, this should basically finish up and be fully repaired. Wow, this one actually seems to have quite a bit. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, this one seems like it has a lot of durability. Alright, there we go. Silver pearl ring. Alright, let's go ahead and do the gold bracelet. That furious clicking. Almost there. Almost there. Come on. Come on. You know what I'm thinking? I think I'm going to try to look at ways to maybe do this automatically at some point later on. I have ideas. Oh, good lord. The durability on this one is strong. Ah, my finger. It's getting tired. Come on. Hurry up. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go, finally. Phew. Okay, wow. Gold pearl bracelet made with golden silk. Nice. Alright, so next off, we're also going to find something we have 7 pearls of. So we either want white pearls or black pearls. I'm going to go with the black pearl necklace. So are we done in there? Yep. 4 golden silk. And I'm going to go ahead and put some fish in here to start melting down. I don't know how much it's going to take, but I'm going to put 2 sticks in there, and hopefully that'll finish crafting what we need in just a minute. So there's that. Actually, hold on. That and that. There we go. Yeah, I'm not too sure how much it takes to make the polished sticks. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, we can put sticks in there in the vat. We need 5 buckets of fish oil in there with a stick. So we should have enough. If not, I got plenty more fish over here I can put in to make it actually do what we want. There we go. And I think 5 buckets worth is enough for 2, or actually not 2, but 1. Yeah, my mind's getting ahead of myself again. Alright guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this finish doing its thing real quick. Once I'm done melting enough fish to make us 2 of these polished sticks, we'll be right back. Alright guys, and we're back. So I went ahead and while I was waiting, I headed down into the mines, did a little bit of mining so that way I could get to level 30. I was basically picking up everything that gave me experience, or what I thought would give me experience. So we got a decent amount of coal, we got some redstone coming in, some more emeralds. Let's see, let's go ahead and put this away. And I think I put the essence in there. Coal and redstone up there. Oops, a few mob drops right there and there. Let's see, raw silicon goes in there. Alright, so we're good to go. I got the 2 polished sticks right there. And I went ahead and emptied out what was left in the actual vat there. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do this and make our golden thread. Now all we have to do is take our black pearls, surround that, and there's our unworked black pearl necklace. That's awesome. This is probably going to take a minute for me to pound away on the anvil here. So we've actually already seen me do this. I'm actually going to do this off camera. So what I'm going to do instead, actually, should I do the bracelet? I think I'm going to do the bracelet. The reason why I got level 30 is because I want to go ahead and just try a random enchant on the bracelet. So let's give this a go, shall we? Hope for the best. Sonic the Hedgehog 4. If I wanted that on there, I could have did that myself. Alright, that's fine. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I have it bound to left control, so anytime I push left control, it'll make me run a lot faster, so check it out. Actually, hold on. There's sprinting normally, and then with Sonic the Hedgehog 4, yeah, it's pretty good. That's not too bad, actually. Alright, guys, well, I'm going to probably finish working on this necklace in here. In the meantime, between this episode and next, I'll probably head off to the Nether, because I know that I did forget a few things that I wanted to work on in the next episode or so. That was, I wanted to get nether warts. I also wanted to try to find some vulcanite, so that way I can just make some blaze rods, because I know I need some blaze rods for a few things I want to work on soon. So I'm going to probably go do that, or I might save that for the next episode. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyways, guys, that's going to about do it for today. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. If you guys would rate the video, I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.